even if you did like post it on Facebook or Tumblr or whatever, like it would just get taken down, right? Because it's nudity. That would be so cool.
Yo, what's up? Peep'n Tom here. Gonna go through how to make a big ass motherfucking bass like Dada Life. Dada Life's been killing it lately, and those guys, their shows have been ridiculous. I'll show you the sound. Yeah, if we look up Dada Life. Oh, this is ridiculous. Sorry to go off topic. Look at all these. I counted yesterday. There are 47 spinning or like spinning Doran tracks in the fucking top 100. Like, what the 40? No, sorry, 43. 43 tracks? That's almost 50% of all the stuff. Like, pimps like, I was looking through this. Where is this mofo? Chris Boulin. This guy's a crazy mofo. Yeah, this shit is ridiculous. This guy's crazy. He's number 89 in the charts. This came out fucking like 2 weeks ago. What the fuck? God damn you spinning. And then you hear how shit like actually Selfie's not a bad track, but this Rehab track is terrible. God damn it. This is any reflection of how festivals are gonna be in the summer. It's gonna suck. It's really the only way you can dance to this shit. What was I doing here? Oh yeah, Dada Life. So these guys are killing it. I really like I just like their demeanor and their image in general. I think they're funny, and I want to do some shit like they are because I think I have a similar sense of humor. Fight Club is closed. I think this will be one of them. This probably has a big bass line. No, this is an old one. Hardwired. War to Rage, this one I think is big. I don't know, I can't remember which one it was. Holy shit, there's so many remixes of that. Whatever. There's one, you know what I'm talking about, the big Dada Life. Like, dun, 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 whatever. That shit. Kick out the uppy motherfucker, this is one of them. This is not the right one though, this is some Rex Riot. Electro House? I don't know, let's not listen to that. But, whatever, you guys get the point. I'm gonna go through that. Made in Sylenth. In a preset. Oh. This, again, is just a one patch or one oscillator thing. So you're gonna crank this mofo up to 8 to make it real powerful. Put the volume all the way up. Put the phase, keep the phase down, keep all this the same. Drop it down to -2. It's already going to be a big fat square wave, or sine wave, or I don't know, sawtooth wave. You're going to put a low pass filter, and you're going to crank this up. Turn this a little bit to the left, so like 56 hertz or so. Try to get, I've been like trying to do this from this course or whatever, that like you should try to understand. So if you bring in, what is it, a spectrum, or whatever it is in your DAW, you can like try to associate what frequencies goes with which notes. It's just a really good thing to have. So when you look at shit like this, you're like, oh, 63 hertz, that's like, I don't even know what that is. What is that, 63? It's like a C. Yeah, it's a C. So, I don't know, just try and figure that out. I'm trying to learn how to do that. It's a good idea to just keep practicing that, and then eventually you'll be good at it. Okay, so we have that. You're going to put this to the cutoff, AB, and crank it most all the way up. Can't hear anything. Now you're going to put the decay up, but just over half. Why is this not playing? There we go. Then you're going to put this just up a little bit, and the decay time, like right there. Yeah, that's good, like that. And then I had, pretty sure that was it. I had some pitch. Yeah, I had this one, pitch AB, because you want a tiny, tiny, tiny bit of pitch modulation in it. You're going to crank the rate up to about there, the gain up, just a smidgen. Crank it over just like pointing towards the R. So. And you don't even have to have that on if you were just having sustained notes. You don't need that shit. Then I had the EQ. Turn that on. Oh yeah, EQ I just left. I had single pole. I would crank up. Like that. And I had a little bit of reverb on there. What did I have on the reverb? Reverb, I had really wide. I kept everything the same. Yeah, that's pretty sick. So, what I would do in this is I would put, because I told some dude that I would explain what multiband compression is, and because I'm pretty sure that's what it is in other DAWs, but Ableton has a multi-band dynamics, which basically means that if you look at a compressor, I'll explain compressors briefly because I just figured out like, exactly what they mean. So, like all the parts of them and stuff. So, if you have a compressor, basically what a compressor is, this is the best view that I find to look at when you look at shit, because you can see the actual waveform. So, the waveform's coming in. What compressor does, it basically makes everything like go to the same size. So have you ever watched a movie? Have you ever been watching a movie, and it's something like an action movie, and there's like you can barely hear like people talking or some shit, so you turn the volume up, and then as soon as like the next scene, there's like an explosion or some shit, and it's like way too loud. Personally, I don't understand why you don't put compressors on TVs, because it's ridiculous. I mean, like, obviously you want dynamic range, but if you're in this like listening environment where you don't want to destroy your ears, you should probably have that on your option for that on your TV at least. If you can talk to your TV, you can put a compressor in TV. But yeah, so basically what compressor does, so like if it's too loud, it'll stop that noise. So if the transient comes through and it's like gonna peak and it's gonna be like a loud noise, the compressor will bring that down at a specific ratio and just bring the sound down. So the multiband compression, what that does is it has an input and output just like this. So they'll have an input and output, or like this view. Has input and output, so we'll go input and output, and then so as you see right here, these are the specific frequencies. So like I was saying before, learning the specific frequencies, you can see this is at 2.5 hertz, and the low cuts off at 120 hertz. So on this spectrum at 120, around here, this part's going to be affected, and like this part onwards. So those are 3 bands, and you can change that. I usually just leave them all the same. What I like to do for basses, because usually with basses, you're going to, where's my EQ? 8 EQ, there we go. So usually with basses, this one maybe not. I would still cut off this, so you're still cutting off the bottom end. Maybe you roll it off a little bit more. Crank up the high, so this means you're cranking up the amount that's going into it, and then it's compressing it so the output isn't getting that much bigger. So you're just cranking up the high end, so if you crank this up all the way, you can see that little spike right there. You obviously don't want it like that, but I would keep it between 2 and 4 decibels, sometimes 5, depending on the sound. Mids, you can crank up mids too. Yeah, it sounds pretty super badass. And yeah, so you want that sounds pretty dope. And then you would layer another sub bass underneath it. I mean, you don't have to if you want to half-ass shit, but you could just have, oh shit. You just leave this like this, and then use that. But I wouldn't rely on that, because you always want like a thick subby bass. Because when you, I don't know, lots of you guys may, like, if you are playing at the club and you see the reaction, if something's like, bah, people are like, yeah. But if something's like, thump and like smacks them in the face with some bass, then you're gonna be way more like enthusiastic about dancing. So yeah, do that shit. I would roll off the lows like you should do in most things, and then layer a sub synth underneath. And then another technique that I can show you is when you're designing synths. Like that sounds fucking amazing. I'll save this right now. File, save, preset. Keep this super bad ass Dada bases. Bam. Another thing, if you are this you can't really tell because I don't have it on the monitors here, but when you're listening to it on your monitors, and I'm just going to explain this because just in case you haven't seen, what is it? Who was that guy? Lucky Dates video. He basically says this is just a technique you should learn to do. It's like notch filtering, or no, what's it called? It's called maybe it's notch filtering or notch something. Yeah, I think so. So basically, you turn the shit up, you put an EQ on, you turn the Q all the way up, you turn the gain all the way up, and then you start at like a frequency. Hold control on Ableton and a Mac, and then it goes slowly down the spectrum, because if you do it the other way, it'll go really fast. If you hold control down, it makes you go in detail. So then you can just play the synth. See that little spike right there? Like, okay, so there's really none in this because it's just a basic saw wave. But for other weird complex like synths, like the ones with the wobbles and shit, and some of the leads, they have some artifacts in it that are kind of gross and disgusting. So you don't, and they really conflict with other areas of the song. So what you do, you go through, and then you figure out, just say it was that sound, you're like, oh, I don't want that sound, or that specific note, or that tone. So you're like, oh, that's gross. So then you just flip the gain like that. And then the sound is exactly the same, except it just has that shit cut out of it. And I do that a lot for, like, there's lots of higher end frequencies that kind of sound like, it's like an alien oh shit. It's like an alien transmitting, like, frequencies to, like, Earth or something, I don't know. But it sounds like that, so definitely check that out and go through your stuff. Don't spend too much time in it, just do a quick sweep through. If you hear anything weird and fucked up, just, like, get rid of it, because it'll really affect your mix. Alright, yeah, that's basically it. This is a pretty sweet synth. Definitely use it in all your shit. I know you motherfuckers are gonna use it in that Melbourne bounce kind of shit where you're like thump and then like do like Joe Fletcher and like shit that I do. I know you motherfuckers are doing. You can't wait to do it. I know it, ha! Because I wanted to do that shit too. Yeah. Also, I said it in the last tutorial about like asking for patches or whatever. Also, please don't ask me for stems or shit. I honestly don't even bounce down stems for my own tracks, so I'm not gonna go and reopen a project. So it takes like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to open up a fucking project and then to load all the shit in. I'm not gonna go on through and then figure out what the stem was. Like usually the leads are a whole bunch of shit, and just to bounce at the audio takes time. I'm a busy guy. I don't have time to do all that shit. So please don't ask for stems. I usually tell in the videos if I'm using a patch or if I'm using a sample, what specific sample I'm using. So just look up the videos. Don't keep asking me for like, I want stems of all your tracks that just came out. Give me them now. I can't find this specific, especially the vocal samples. I have this specific vocal sample. I want to know what it is right now. Give me the stem. Bah, 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 bah. Go fuck yourself. Just go figure out how to do it. Look at the videos. They explain how to use it, how to do it. And yeah, it's not rocket science. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'm going to be doing some sweet seminars and playing some festivals this summer, so check out our tour thing. I'll put it up here this week on our Peep This page. Like our shit, because we got a new song that, what's it called? Janet Jackson. It's coming out, and it's already out, but you can download it, and it's pretty badass, so go check it out. Peace, mofos.
Oh my god, not another dick pic.